Hello, my favorite lovelies. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for today's video. You guys have no idea. Today, we're going to be talking about the brand new Kingdom Hearts eyeshadow palette. This is exclusive to my channel. And you want to know why? Because I made it. This year is going to be a low buy as far as makeup goes for me. And I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? I have all of these ideas in my head for different types of makeup that's inspired by my favorite movies, my favorite TV shows, new things coming out, or in this case, video games. And I want these palettes to exist. And then I was thinking about it and I'm like, you know what? You have so much freaking makeup in your house that you probably can make a palette that's based off of these things without having to buy anything. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and this is going to be a very regular series. I have so many different ideas, so many different movies that are coming out that I want to create palettes based off of, and I'm just going to be using what I have. What this is going to entail is doing some research, whatever the theme is, look online, figure out what colors and what names for colors, all that inspiration, go through my collection, find the colors I want to use, and basically create a palette out of this. I think this will be really fun, and we're starting this off, let me wave around again some more, with my favorite game of all time, Kingdom Hearts. Now, if you don't know what Kingdom Hearts is, I'm very surprised because the advertising for the new game has been off the charts and I'm so excited about it. Kingdom Hearts is an amazing collaboration between Disney and Square Enix. So if you like Final Fantasy, if you like Disney, this is the game for you. You get Sora, Donald, and Goofy, and you go through all of these different Disney worlds, meeting different characters, going on adventures. It is something that has been a part of my life since I think I was in 7th grade. I remember playing the first Kingdom Hearts game when I was in 7th grade, and since then I have been a huge fan. I've played all of the games. I have Keyblade earrings right now. I have a PAOPU and sea salt ice cream shirt on. I am so excited for this game to come out, and this video is going up on Monday. This game comes out on Tuesday. You bet your ass I'm gonna be up at 1 a.m. my time when the game releases, and I'm gonna be playing till the sun comes up. I've been waiting 10 years for Kingdom Hearts 3, guys. 10 years. So when I was thinking about what a Kingdom Hearts palette would entail, the first things that I thought of were our main characters, Sora, Donald, and Goofy. When I was looking at pictures online and kind of trying to get inspiration for this, the main color for Sora that I was thinking was Sora's hair. Sora has this kind of warm brown hair, and I thought that that would be a really perfect color for this palette because that's a color that can go really anywhere. So that's kind of what I think I'm gonna look for. For Donald and Goofy, again, those are also pretty easy for me because Donald wears a blue outfit, Goofy has a lot of green in his. Those two were also the easy ones as far as coming up with this palette. A big theme, basically the main theme of Kingdom Hearts, is light versus darkness. So I want to incorporate that in a way. I think what I'm going to do the door to the light. This is a reference to the first Kingdom Hearts. I think what I want for that is like a silvery color, because if you look at any of the Kingdom Hearts logos, I have a tattoo of it. There's a heart with a crown on it, and the heart is usually a silver color. This also plays into the Keyblade, although the one that I have on my ears is kind of gold. But the Keyblade is also, well, there's a million different Keyblades, but silver. So it kind of plays into that, and that's the key, is the Keyblade. This fits in a lot of directions, and so I think silver is going to be a good one for that. Another one that was inspired by my shirt today is I want to do a color called the PAOPU fruit. Or just PAOPU. The PAOPU fruit is this story that they tell in the game where if you share a PAOPU fruit with someone, your destinies are intertwined. I feel like it has a lot to do with the story and destinies and friendships and all sorts of stuff, and so that's definitely something I want to include. So I'm thinking maybe like a gold or a sparkly gold, something like that. Sea salt ice cream is also something that is a big part in a couple of the games, and I don't know if it's really going to be a theme in this new one. Maybe it will be, because this shirt I got at Hot Topic. Hot Topic has so much Kingdom Hearts stuff. Oh my god, it makes me so excited. I thought that would be kind of cute, like a light icy, maybe like a shimmery icy shade for that, for sea salt ice cream. Of course, we have a color for the light, so we need a color for the darkness. The enemies in Kingdom Hearts is Organization 13. They wear these huge coats that go like down to their feet, and these hoods where you can't see their faces, and they're completely black.
A black coat means organization 13.
And a black shade in an eyeshadow palette is never a bad thing. That's always a welcome addition, I think. So I think we can just do like a nice, super rich, pigmented black. I don't want to do too many colors because then, I mean, I could go on forever. I definitely want to try and keep this concise since this is the first DYOP, as I'm calling it, Design Your Own Palette. So the last color I'm going to do, this is one that I know my husband Paul would appreciate, but we're going to call this one Got It Memorized. One of the characters in the game's name is Axel or Lee. He was in the second Kingdom Hearts and basically his catchphrase was got it memorized, and he said it like 8,000 times.
Got it memorized.
I want to do a color for him because I really like his character. This color is going to be a red shade because Axel's hair is really cool, really spiky, and it's red. So I think that we're going to do a red shade for Got It Memorized. I debated doing something for Mickey because Mickey's also a big part of the story. Obviously, he's the king, but I don't think I'm going to just because this is going to be an 8-shade palette, and if you go kind of odd numbers, it's not going to fit nicely in the design. So the next step of this palette fantasy is, ooh, maybe I should call it Palette Fantasy instead of Design Your Own Palette. I don't know. I gotta figure out what the name of the series should be. Anyways, the next step is going through my collection and looking for different colors that will fit my vision that I have in my head. A lot of these colors are going to be Inglot shades because I have a ton of Inglot shades, and Inglot has such amazing colors. For this particular Palette Fantasy series, this is perfect. There's so many different colors and they're so amazing. So the first shade that I found was my SORA shade. This is the most perfect, amazing brown. It's this warm, it's like a terracotta pot, and it has this gold flash of like sparkle in it, and it completely personifies SORA to me. Like his hair is definitely his most like the color that stands out for me, and this is exactly his hair. So I was very excited when I was going through my stuff and I found this shade because it is SORA. Then we have Donald and Goofy. SORA, Donald, Goofy. That was my name when I played Final Fantasy 14 online. my username was SORA, Donald, and Goofy. Between me and Paul, that was a joke in the series that anytime that a character would say their names, it was always like one name. It was always SORA, Donald, Goofy. SORA, Donald, Goofy.
Sora, Donald, Goofy.
Sora, Donald, Goofy.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy!
That's Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
It was all like together. For Donald, we have a blue, another Inglot shade that is, again, perfectly Donald. This one has a lighter blue sparkle in it, but the actual blue shade is pretty much like a true oceany blue. It is a very perfect color for Donald and his outfit. And then Goofy is a really nice grassy green that has a gold sparkle in it. The next color, another Inglot shade here called Door to the Light. This one is the most metallic, amazing silver. It has such a nice finish to it. It is super duper pigmented, and it's got a little bit of sparkle in it as well, and it really works because it works for that heart that I was telling you about, the Keyblade. Like, there's a lot of silver elements in this game, and that works really well. And then we have the Organization. Organization is going to be another Inglot shade. It's the last Inglot shade. Perfectly matte black. It's awesome. The other 3 shades. The first one is PAOPU Fruit. This is from Makeup Geek. This is Fortune Teller. I like this because it is also super metallic. It works really well against Door to the Light. It also is very bright. So it's a bright golden shade, but it has a lot of yellowy tones to it, like very sunshine, which is kind of what the PAOPU Fruit feels like. It's like it's happy. Perfect shade for that. And then the Sea Salt Ice Cream shade is a shade from Strobe Cosmetics. Just the most perfect icy blue, light blue, perfect thing. So good. The last shade is Got It Memorized, and this one is from Ace Beauty. This one is a matte deep red. It has a little bit of like maroonish aspects to it, but it's still really bright, and it works so perfectly. So all of these colors together, when I swatch them on my arm, I'm so excited because the color palette really reads Kingdom Hearts to me. So the next thing that I'm going to do, because I think that this will be super fun, is I'm going to take pictures of all of my colors colors here, and then I'm going to go onto my computer and create in Photoshop sort of a mock palette. So I'm just going to make this look like the real thing, create a cover, and really get the fantasy going with this so that it really feels like a true Kingdom Hearts palette. Hey guys, so what I've done here is I went online and just found an empty palette. I Googled for an empty palette, found it, and then I took pictures just on my phone of all of my colors, and I'm just putting them into the spaces, kind of figuring out what I want the layout to be. And it's really easy, but it helped me to really visualize this and get like a really good idea of what I wanted to do, how I wanted everything to be set up, situated, and it's making it feel super real and super, super cool. For the outside of the palette, I was trying to think of what I wanted to do, and I think I'm just going to keep it simple. So I'm going to use that Kingdom Hearts heart crown logo that they have. I'm going to add a little bit of beveling. I was just kind of playing around here trying to figure out what I wanted to do, but I'm keeping it pretty simple, and then kind of doing a very subtle pattern in the background. I am like super novice when it comes to Photoshop, so I'm probably doing this in a way that like is a million years long, where I could have done this a lot easier. But you know what? We do what we gotta do, and figure it out as we go along. I decided I wanted to add some color back in, so I'm adding that blue and gold element that the logo can have. Sometimes the heart is silver, sometimes it's blue and gold. It really depends, but I did want to just have like a little pop of color, so I was working on a gradient here just to make it so it looked nice, adding a little bit of beveling so that it looks a little bit more three-dimensional, and then just a little bit of an outer glow, so give it really that like super lifted fantasy. So I'm really happy with how this turned out, with it just being like a really quick, easy, not looking to go anything crazy, although there we go, there it is. Whew, okay, my hair is kind of crazy. It was just up. Here's the thing. Sometimes you edit everything, you think you're good, and then you realize, no, you're not. So this is hair that just got out of my pineapple bun. The last part of this video is going to be a tutorial. Originally, I was planning to do 2 looks. The first look I did, I really didn't like, and I'm a little bit pressed for time. I promise next time, next fantasy palette we do, we'll have more than 1 look. This look is very Kingdom Hearts to me. This one speaks to me on a spiritual level. So this is using a lot of the lighter colors. So first thing we did was we put Donald into the crease, blended that out, and then I used a little bit of the sea salt ice cream shade in the upper crease, kind of just to blend out the color, make it a little bit softer. Once I did that, I took a concealer, I sort of made a cut crease shape, and then I applied Door to the Light all over, and making sure to really keep that line super crisp. Then I took the PAOPU fruit. I realized I said it wrong in the beginning. I apologize. PAOPU fruit. And put a little bit on the outer edges, just kind of like blending out the silver there. And then I used a little bit of organization in the crease right where Donald meets Door to the Light, so that it was a little bit darker, a little bit more crisp. I also applied a little bit of sea salt ice cream on the lower lash line, along with one of my Stila Glitter and Glows. It was my mint one. I put a little bit of organization and a little bit of SORA on the lower lash line as well. Blended that out, put on my liner, my liquid liner. Had to fix it because it definitely got out of control. You know those days when like it basically hits like the wall behind you, like the line is so long. Had to kind of reel it back in a little bit. So that's pretty much it. That's the finished look. I also completely forgot to use my Got It Memorized shade, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of it kind of like right outside of the inner corners. Just adds like a little bit of something, because I don't want to forget that shade, and I definitely did. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this series idea. I really hope that you like it, and also let me know any other movies, TV shows, what have you, that I should do for one of these fantasy palette videos. Love you guys. See you next time.